Okay, some quick observations here. All three of these came brand new, out of tune, unacceptably out of tune. It's not just that they're not A440, they're actually out of tune themselves. You can probably hear in my playing. Some notes are sharp, some notes are flat. They don't tune with themselves. The chords really sound sour. It's really disappointing that all three of these manufacturers put these out like this and apparently not taking them seriously enough to tune them. Playing key click. Yeah, they all have their own click. They're all a little different. They do make a little bit of noise. I can't say really which is more or less acceptable in that range. As far as key feel, the Hohner is probably the most difficult to play. The notes are a little deeper. Don't feel like they respond as well. The Yamaha is nice and springy. It's not very deep. There's not very deep key. They do come back to you really fast. The Suzuki feels like they're going to stay down. There's no real spring. They do spring back, but the pressure on them, as soon as you touch them, they just go right down. Individually, let's start with the Hohner. Hohner, it's not made in this. I don't want to get into a discussion of what countries do quality manufacturing. Let's just say the Hohner is not made in the country it used to be made in, obviously not made in the same factory. If you're looking to replace your older Hohner, you may be surprised these are not the same quality, not of the same design, really. Here's an older Hohner I bought probably 20 years ago, and I'll do a little comparison of the two of these. I think you can hear there's probably a difference there. The other thing about the Hohner, the spit valve is on the back. I don't know if you can see it here. I noticed that was a question some people have right there. The only awkward thing about it is sometimes if you tend to want to hold it like this, you're going to end up with your palm full of spit. And I don't know if that was their idea, that you're going to fling it away, but that's how that's made. The Yamaha, the issues with the Yamaha, Sometimes after extended playing, like say an hour or so, sometimes a note will get choked. A note may even just totally stop for a while, and no amount of blowing out the spit valve seems to clear it out. You just have to kind of lay it aside for a while and let it dry out a little bit. My other concern with the Yamaha, and I haven't heard anybody talk about this, is they seem very similar to other less expensive brands. Here's literally a generic melodica I bought some years ago, and it seems to be exactly the same design. Seems to be, you know, molded in the same molds. I don't know how you can pick it up on the camera. Hopefully, I haven't really had the inclination to go and buy every brand of melodica that I can find to give a comparison to. Hopefully, maybe the reeds are different, maybe more quality reeds. Let me give a little plain example there and see how that sounds. Okay, now here's the Yamaha. Okay, I've saved most of my criticism for the Suzuki. The reason being it's literally 3 times the cost of the other two, and I can't say for sure that it is 3 times the quality. Some issues with it. It's very heavy. It feels more heavy than the other two. It's also made out of this hard material. I guess their idea is that's going to give you more resonance. It is loud. That's the other thing I noticed is the had to play a comparison. The Yamaha kind of reminds me of playing a harmonica, while the Suzuki kind of gives me more the feeling of playing a brass instrument. It's very loud. The notes are very strong. I have to give it quite a bit of air pressure just to get the notes out. And there's also a real discrepancy between the upper notes and the lower octave, especially. There's a little bit of a delay before the reeds are activated. In fact, I think if you listen to me glissando across it, you hear the notes kind of die out as I come down. And it's not because I'm running out of breath. I'm giving equal breath pressure. It's just the notes don't have time to respond. Let's compare that to the Yamaha. Some other issues with the Suzuki. I think I mentioned its weight. It's very heavy. Some other things I'm really upset about with it. There's a lot of aesthetic cosmetic touches they've given it that I wish they had put that money in development into tuning it. These wooden end caps, obviously they're not wood. It's just plastic. Doesn't really do anything for me. Doesn't do anything for the instrument. The brass mouthpiece here and the brass along the keyboard, those are plastic. That's not real metal. Again, non-functional. Curiously enough, the spit valve is brass, but it's a very poor design in that during a playing situation you can't quickly spit it out because it's threaded, and you have to unscrew it, which takes a little bit of time. It hangs here by this little cord. It's also kind of strangely awkward because it does whack around and hit your instrument. I'm not sure what they were going with there, but that does take some time there. Another thing, this strip of red felt, I don't know if you can pick that up in the video. There's a strip of red felt here to give it sort of a professional keyboard appearance, but that's not actually a key stop. That's actually behind the keys, between the keys and the body. There's no, doesn't actually affect the travel of the key. So again, it's just an aesthetic effect that doesn't really help anything. I think that's probably everything I wanted to go over. Just tell you some quick things about it. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments there. I'll be glad to respond. Anything that I can answer for you or any concerns that you might have. And I want to thank you for watching.